Hello and welcome everybody for today's final match between Dynasty and Morning Glory. And this is one of the most important and we all have been waiting for this moment for a very long time. It's been almost a month we have been going through, and today it's gonna be special casting between all three of us. Having with me, first of all, Abigor and Salkoro. Welcome both of you guys, and yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me here. It is
Fernando.
amazing. We are finally at the final match of Tier 1 Vola League. The winner of this will be called as the Masters of Masters and GMs of GMs, I guess. After all, it's Morning Glory versus Dynasty today. Everyone, what are your thoughts on the balance today?
It's Jaguar Falls. Bonking ban is good, straight out of the rule book. We might get to see Willow,
Lex.
Dredge, and this kind of picks, surely. Or a Tyra. A Grover is surely on the cards. So I believe the next pick is just gonna be a Grover from Dynasty. Okay, but let's see how things goes. But certainly at
Grover.
this moment, it's yeah. Okay, we see the Grover. Okay, TNT, you have any thoughts on that?
Of course. It's Jaguar Fall, and then the team composition is Morning Glory and the Dynasty. If you look at the previous history of Dynasty, they have been doing very well with the same composition, having Khan as a solo tank and maintaining their position. Previously we have seen again and again they do it. They dominated the match again and again with the same composition, and today we're looking at the same thing again. I don't know how Morning Glory is going to defend that. The reputation that Dynasty is holding is extreme, and I wish the very
Koga.
best for Morning Glory to break that, and hoping to do something about this. Hopefully, hope for the best for them.
Yeah, let's not forget the fact that Dynasty has never lost a match. They have been consistently winning till now. That's a very strong thing to portray as a team in a league. But at the same time, Morning Glory has shown their best every time. Looking at the last loser bracket match, you saw them coming back from losing to winning instantly. So you never know who wins today.
Yeah, true. The thing that we saw Morning Glory doing last time against Gift Rage to Miku, they lost 2-0 and they were 2-0 down, and from there they made a comeback and they made it 3-2. That was like out of this world, and the way they dominated those last three matches, like Gift Race to Miku, uh, had a tough time to understand what was coming from Morning Glory. Um, Over here, I see a Tyra pick. I'm sure like Chocolate Mocha is gonna be on the Tyra,
30
and
seconds remaining.
Lex and Koga on the opponent. Uh, what are your thoughts, TNT? What do you think? Like, should be a good
Uh,
pick from Morning Glory and Dynasty right now?
Abigor, if you look at for me, I feel like Dynasty have done their homework very well. You know why? Look at their composition. Lex and Koga at the same time banning Talos, making Morning Glory. We know that majority of the Morning Glories are PlayStation players. I mean, yeah. So they are trying to make it
Io.
in a such a way that they want to take out all the advanced picks from Morning Glory, and they want to take them in their favor, making them into a bit of disadvantage for Morning Glory. I think that's a pretty smart move from Dynasty, even though the players are pretty extremely skillful, but still having this kind of composition, making one-sided for Morning Glory, it's impressive. They did their homework. They are prepared for it. I am really impressed.
Yeah, it's true. I've also never seen Dynasty getting out drafted in the previous matches that Dynasty has played. They always had a good draft. They always had the better draft, I should say. Not a good draft, but always the better draft compared to their opponents. An IO pick. IO is gonna serve this well. Yeah,
10
IO
seconds
is gonna
remaining.
be good at this particular place. And I doubt if we are gonna see an Andrew from Aria today.
Vivian.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
Vivian.
his Androxys is really skillful, by the way. Not to mention, we have Dynasty also in Dynasty having Fish Whip in that team also. Expensive, I would say. And also, you look at the ban from Dynasty, making sure that they're not giving a lot of CC because they're having double flank. Lex with lesser mobility compared to Koga, and having a ban, having double CC in enemy team would be devastating for Dynasty. So they made sure, excuse me, they made sure that they don't give that advantage to Morning Glory. Impressive bans, impressive pick, I would say.
Shocking. I was expecting a Grok gameplay for fun. I mean, how fun it will be. There's a Ying over there and there's a Grover. They will be together. So instant, damage by Grok. But no, still, Ash is also a good pick.
Yeah, I think
Heavy.
Ash and Khan, they're just typical dynastic. That's what we have been seeing every time. Yeah, so traps are over. Looks kind of even to me, even though Dynasty might have an upper edge in terms of drafting. But let's see how the game turns out to be. So we will see you shortly. Please stay tuned. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. All right. Hello and welcome back once again. Looks like our draft is ready and we will be waiting for players to join the match. Meanwhile, I will ask some go through from Abigail to explain us about this event. Abigail, please, can you guide us through the rules and regulation for this, particularly for this match? I mean, how are we deciding the winner and what's the outcome of it?
Yeah, I can go through that so that viewers have a transparency and a clear picture of what is going to happen. So it's like uh, the normal matches that we played before, they were best of three, but this time it's going to be best of five. And there is one particular twist to it because it's a double elimination. So that means each team has to lose twice to win, sorry, to get eliminated from the tournament. And provided that Dynasty hasn't yet lost, so even if Morning Glory wins, they're gonna have a rematch because that's how double elimination generally happens. Like the winner of the winners brackets, they gets a rematch once they lose it. So Dynasty are gonna have two chances of winning the finals.
I mean, the big question is, do they even need to have that two chances because they already have been dominating the entire league from the beginning up to the end. Anyways, you never know the you never know the results. So yeah, Also,
Indeed.
Salkoro, if you look at the new update from Hi-Res, I would appreciate their hard work on this game. Putting all the efforts. What would you say about the new current Battle Pass?
Absolutely agree with you. And finally, we got some good Yagura skin, if I may say. My God, she was one one piece of an art now, and now she's got some decent skin, if I may say. Looking at Tyra, oh, as deadly as she is always is. My oh my,
Not
gonna
to
be.
mention, we have a Tyra pick today as well for the first time.
Oh yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Hope they pick the new skin too, so we can have some actions going on
Tyra.
with the new Battle Pass.
Ah, yes, sir.
Salty.
Oh my, there's
Are the
Sati.
players ready yet? Oh, we are in queue, right? To watch the players. Yeah,
Oh, nice skin on Sati.
right.
Let's go. Morning.
Surprisingly, looks like Arya is not playing any DPS or main character. Looks like he's on Rover. Meanwhile, we see Fishweave on Koga. Absolute brainstorming way of accelerating things in game by Fishweave with his skills and analogical skills to proceed his team through the winning procedure from the beginning up to the end. Lovely.
Arya on Ying, by the way.
Oh yeah, sorry, my
Nash
bad.
on
Yeah.
Grover. Ariade is gonna play damage healerish. Double healer meta. This is actually good.
Having both the flanks in one-sided, I think Lex and Koga are the main flank players for Morning Glory. So it's a pretty good move from Dynasty to have both of them in their team and not letting any of them for Morning Glory, including banning towers.
Focusing lens Arya. Deep roots as Grover. Born monster by Tyra. Age is by Nando, obviously.
Five,
And suspect
four,
everyone.
three, two,
Wow.
one. And here
Pretty
we
standard
go.
LCs in draft, I would say. Yeah, that's all
Battling
we
Ram
need.
against Deep Roots. That's interesting.
I could use you here.
Fire on point. Nice.
Yeah, we can see the teams taking things slowly. Like no one is trying to overcommit themselves and uh, get themselves killed. Both of them are taking this thing slowly. So I think that is gonna be the tactics every map, every round.
But looks like the red team are actually having some point control, even having
Exactly.
Khan and Ash pretty advancing for them, being
Defend
99% and first cap.
escort
Looks
kill.
like Morning Glory is not giving attention to the point so far.
Like I have never seen a point capture like that where none of the players from the teams are tied,
Two
but
in a
there was
row.
a point capture altogether. Like have you seen something like this, TNT and
That's a
Salkoro?
very smooth point
Not at
capture, I
all.
would say.
There was a smooth point capture from Dynasty, and it's quite shocking that even knowing the fact that they are losing the point, they didn't make a move at all. I mean, Tyra was late with the ult, but let's see.
Looks like Fernando is having very hard time holding the shield. You can see it's getting melted like butter. Instantly getting melted, having no chance to hold the shield up top. That is one of the disadvantage for picking solo Fernando, having that one shield that can be devastated by the entire enemy, making it one-sided. But anyways,
That's a
uh,
beautiful ult by Ash over there.
That's two in a row.
A double and almost a triple by Ash over there.
Yeah, that ultimate was very planned. Like there was good comms from Dynasty, if you notice. Like as soon as Ash dived, there was no one on point, but as soon as Ash dived in the point, like they knew Ash is gonna use his ultimate. It stunned, and then they took out the Tyra instantly.
Beautiful
That was a
ult
good ult by
from
that.
Fernando. Yes, I'd say.
Not me.
30 seconds remaining.
Looks like the struggle is real for Morning Glory. They're falling one after another, and it's not even 2 minutes or 3 minutes of the match, and they're already pushed up to
10
99% of
seconds
the
remaining.
payload. Impressive performance from Dynasty,
10,
outside.
9,
As always.
8, 7,
Yeah, I think
6,
they're gonna take
5,
one last
4,
chance
3,
in
On
terms
touching the
of
2,
point.
pushing. Yeah.
1.
But
And
the
they have.
problem is if they have been able to take on someone successfully, it's gonna be a successful push.
And looks like some desperation coming out for Morning Glory to defend the payload, and they are being successful on it. Good job from Morning Glory, and well done by Dynasty as well. We're looking at some competition going on between both of the teams.
But at what cost? Two major ults, a Tyra ult and a Ying ult. That was supposed to be that looks like a trump card for Morning Glory are out.
Yes, absolutely. Also, if you look at the team composition, as I have told
Capture
you
point
before,
spawning
also
in 15
having
seconds.
Fernando as a solo tank and the extreme damage from both Koga and Lex, putting the Morning Glory
5,
in one-sided. We are seeing it
3,
again and again,
2,
making them
1.
one-sided, and that's the main thing they are doing it so far, and they are doing it successfully. Lovely.
And equally speaking, they both have only one ult. So let's see.
Yeah, I think in the late game, Fernando is going to have even more problems with Rickettsy coming out from all the teammates of Dynasty.
A good Guardian pick would be in favor of Fernando.
That's 2 in a row.
Entire team wipe from Dynasty for the Morning Glory. It looks like Morning Glory is having some tough time defending this match.
Have you met my friends?
And coming with her friends.
Defend.
And looks like no one wants to meet them.
Attack.
Salkoro and Abigor, having some personal experience in rank, I would say that matches so much of skillful players in like this situation. It's very important to have that first pick.
Enemy killing
If you can have a if you can have a proper first pick immediately at the beginning of the match, that's where you win the match. And you can see literally from the beginning of this round until the end, the first pick was taken by Dynasty along with the last pick, making them successful from the first round and also this round. Again and again getting the point capture from their favor.
Yeah, I think we saw successful defense from Morning Glory last time, but it will be interesting to see how Morning Glory does the defense this time because
killing
Dynasty has
spree.
pushed the payload way too early, and now that Fernando is down, that means none of them can contest the point.
Absolutely. I would agree.
Okay, that guy's just
Juicy
mad.
ult that too by Koga. My oh my.
The payload at this position is very crucial, Abigor. This is like the changing momentum of the match. If you fail to maintain your position and you get picked by the enemy at this point when the payload is at least 80%, that's where you lose. And yeah, Fish we made sure that he gets a pick, and that was a very good pick
Capture
from
point
him,
spawning in
making
15
them
seconds.
let the
That's what I'm
pushing of
talking
the payload.
about.
Morning Glory
5,
are gonna have
4,
some comeback mechanics
3,
now, but
2,
as we have seen
1.
earlier, like they were hardly able to step on the point. and even do 1% of capture. Not sure if the story is gonna be same again.
I mean, this time they have four ults in their pocket. So if they use their cards wisely, they might actually get this point.
Looks like they decided to push one-sided, very hard push.
That was a ult by Grover. Constant heal supply by the team.
Some desperation going on for Morning Glory.
Killing spree.
Oh my god. They have tried their best to apply a strategy at this point, but doesn't seem like Dynasty will give up on that. Yeah,
I
that one-sided push was really good choice, but yeah, bravo to Dynasty for defending that very hard.
That classic Khan ult just for the funsies.
Alright.
yeah, I think
Dynasty has always done this, taking a Khan and taking up a person just for fun.
Have you met my friends?
yeah, the strategy from Morning Glory was good. The only thing that I saw they could have done a bit different was like their ultimates were way too fast. Maybe they could have held it and maybe used it at a proper time. Uh, Maybe just after the Grover ultimate, the King ultimate was not needed. They could have just used it after 2 or 3 seconds or so. But yeah, congratulations to Dynasty for winning the first map, and we will be back into the drafting of the second map very soon. Please stay tuned with us.
Thank you. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back once again to the second round of Dynasty versus Morning Glory. And at this time, they have decided to pick Shattered Desert. And I don't know how this will be. We haven't seen any Shattered Desert match from so far, I have noticed. But however, let's get back into the drafting. And we have, as always, with us Abikor and Salkoro. Please, Salkoro, please enlighten us more with your analogical skills, please.
My analogical skills are already happy that there is a desert, shatter desert map. Finally, a unique and different map. I'm just happy to see this thing. And yeah, regarding this thing, I'm actually a kind of person who loves to play different meta in different places just to have fun. Yes, I would like to see a good Nessa play if possible, because this is a good wide big map and this is a good place to have fun. So good Shalin plays, some cheeky ults by Shalin would be interesting to look at. Some good Nessa gameplay would be interesting to look at. Oh, a Leon Alacrity would be amazing to look at. So you actually never know.
Yeah. What about Abigail? What's on your thought, brother?
Yeah, I would say Kanessa and Strix, like both of them can get picked. We have seen teams going for Strix as well. And apart from that, the reason that we haven't seen much of gameplays on this map, so we don't know how it's gonna be overall in terms of the strategy, the tactics for this particular map, because we have never seen Dynasty or Morning Glory play on this map. So I think Morning Glory is bringing that particular element of surprise with them on the tables this time, just to maybe trick Dynasty into some mind games, or maybe they have just prepared something special for Dynasty. That's the reason they have selected this map.
Fernando.
So this
Could be,
time
could be.
Dynasty
Yeah.
is going for Nando first pick. They're making sure that no one takes Nando apart from them.
Salkoro, I would like to ask you some question about the banning champions from Dynasty. If you look at the previous match, they banned Talos and
Lex.
Corvus. If you look at this match, they're banning Talos and Corvus. I mean, do you think Corvus is a threat? Is a healer for Dynasty, and that's the reason they are banning it again and again?
I don't know if he's a threat as a healer, but I do know a fact from past matches. We can say it is a threat if he is in Morning Glory's hands. That's what that's what Dynasty is making sure. Okay, like Talus and Covers should stay out of their hands no matter what. And looks like Khan is their favorite pick no matter what. Dynasty is coming up with the second pick of Khan.
Yeah, I think they're going for Khan every time. They're prioritizing the tanks first. Like, if you notice the drafts, Morning Glory is always prioritizing the healers or the DPS. But on the other hand, the Dynasty is
30
actually
seconds
prioritizing picking
remaining.
up on tanks. And I think that is what generally uh, people or the teams do. Like, they prioritize taking tanks first
Dang.
so that they can counter pick whatever damage champions the opponent is picking.
And if you look now for Dynasty, I think they are more generous enough to let Morning Glory play ch- their favorite champ, which is Lex. And yeah, they pick Lex. And they are pretty terrorizing when it comes to the champs like Lex and Koga. Yeah, and showing that upper hand in their performance every time. And I hope we will see some changes in the outcome of the matches at this time because Lex is in Morning Glory. Yeah.
Picked in Andrew by Arya right now. What are your thoughts? TNT.
Mm, having Fernando and Khan together in the enemy, and knowing that if Morning Glory decides to go with Lex and Androxus, I would say that personally it would be a very bad choice. Having these heavy shielders, you should make sure that you have a heavy damage
Tyra.
uh, that can be dealt. Yeah.
You
For
are
example,
heard.
we have Tyra. Yeah.
Yes, you are heard. You are heard loud and clear.
I would love to see some Barrick play, Barrick against Fernando, the having that forged talent
Yeah,
sometimes.
I do think Morning Glory can pick up the Barrick. Last time Barrick turned tides for them, like the change
Against
in the
him.
momentum, the shift in that momentum against Gift to Miku was all brought up by Barrick. And I do remember, I think Lee Nash was on Barrick and he did amazing.
Morning
Indeed,
Glory with
indeed.
Leon Ban. Oh, looks like you have been heard, everyone. They went with Barrick.
Pretty serious draft, I would say. No sideways, straight away to the regular meta, double tank and solid tank, I would say, the heavy tanks. I think both the teams don't want to take any sort of risk at this point. Yeah,
Kinessa.
Let's go. Dynasty coming up with a Nessa pick and a Coca pick.
my friend Salkoro, I have to tell you that the moment we started the second round, you said that you wanted to see some Kenessa play in this match. And there you go.
My wishes have
Your
been
son.
heard. My wishes have been heard
Absolutely.
by Dynasty. I'm happy. I'm first of all happy with a new map and a Nessa play. That's it.
And can you predict the strategy having Kenessa in Shadow Desert and having no mobility champ? How hard that will be for Morning Glory to push Kenessa in this map? You know, that would be very much difficult, I would say, for Morning Glory. But however, you never know; the outcome might be different.
Indeed, after that Atlas pick, you actually never know. The outcome actually might be different.
Yes. Anyways, we will be shortly back again once the champions are ready for the match. Thank you very much for staying with us, and please stay tuned for the second round between Dynasty and Morning Glory.
Yeah, welcome back to Dynasty versus Morning Glory. This is the finals of the most awaited matchup in this whole tournament, and we have seen Dynasty going up 1-0 in the previous map. This time, one of the things that I'm gonna talk about is Atlas and Barrick. I remember Morning Glory playing Atlas and Barrick last time against Give Fresh to Miku, and the interesting thing that happened was Barrick was actually being used as an off tank rather as a point tank, and Atlas was being used as the off tank. What do you think, Salkoro? Like, do we get to see the same tactics again?
It do be looking like that. Lean Ash is on Barrack, so yeah, like you're saying, this it might happen that way only.
TNT, any thoughts from your side?
I would say it's a very competitive match, and honestly, and from my experience, I would say that Morning Glory will be having a tough time having Kenessa, and they do not have any mobility champ to push Kenessa from that. But on the other hand, they have Atlas. So if Atlas is playing the big shield, that would be pretty much advantageous for Morning Glory. Then this might turn the tide around for Morning Glory.
What do you think, TNT? Like, how is the matchup between Atlas and Khan is gonna turn out? Like, what do you think?
Uh, when we talk about Khan and Atlas, I think always Khan has the upper hand, having that extra shield and extra health and damage immunity, and also healing someone else around him. While compared to Atlas, I would say that Khan is way farther ahead of Atlas.
Actually,
Always.
like most of the time, people think it's that particular sense, but I have a different opinion on it because Atlas can actually rewind you after Khan has used Battle Shout. That's something that
Five,
counters the
four,
Khan.
three,
If you know how to use it, you can always counter Khan with
and
Absolutely.
that Atlas.
showtime.
I would agree with that. I would agree with that. But we are talking about the team, the skillful players. I am sure that none of them will be playing alongside. There will be always someone with them, and that would be pretty much fantastic for
First
the
blood.
players.
Who was
And
holding
there you
point?
go, X in action.
Ooh, Lex has already taken down Nessa. Lex is creating a great pressure on the backline.
Indeed, indeed. This is the reason I have told you. This time Dynasty was generous enough to let Morning Glory play Lex because uh, the Lex player in Morning Glory is pretty much insane, I would say, and we are seeing the result at this point.
Looks
Those are
like
some.
Dynasty is
Two.
making a comeback now,
They got two of us.
especially because of the
Watch your
Kanessa.
step.
Maybe had it been some other big Dynasty would have struggled maybe. But Kanessa is always gonna be a pain for them.
Indeed, and we are talking about Shattered Desert. That line of sight is pretty much long and open spaces for Kinessa. Indeed.
Try and
Killing spree.
Ooh, those are
Enemy
some
killing spree.
deadly shots by Nessa.
We are talking about Fish with Salkoro, the
Yes,
man.
indeed. Wow, that's a 360 ult.
Escort the payload.
Abikar and Salkoro, are you seeing it? How Khan is actually defending the side for Lex, completely disabling him from pushing the backline and making Kenesa as free as possible to do the thing.
Yeah, I think that is what Khan's job is going to be. So if you notice, at the starting of the map, like they let Lex go behind all the way and take out like one champion after the other. So as a result, Morning Glory was able to do that, like win that initial matchup. But after that, Khan has been holding that one side and not let Lex flank at all or go behind
Enemy killing
Dynasty.
spree.
That's true.
Enemy rampage.
Of course,
They
of
got two
course.
of us.
And as expected, Kinesa taking
Just a
one pick
triple.
after
No
another.
pressure.
There goes the triple for Kinesa, and looks like it's already three-fourths of the length has been pushed by the payload. And yeah, this is a very crucial moment, as I have always spoken it again and again. At this point, you should make sure that you don't get picked by the enemy, or else the payload will be pushed. And yeah, we see some desperation going on for Morning Glory to defend the payload.
Give 'em hell. The Neon
Ooh, there was a good kill on Tyra. Lex looking for a good flank over here,
Enemy
but
killing
looks like
spree.
Nessa already knows.
An enemy is savage. Magic.
Will he? Yes,
Enemy
and
killing
he almost got it, but the teamwork for Dynasty, I would say, is the one that is making this possible for Dynasty to be this far so far.
And this looks like 2-0 on Dynasty.
The way Dynasty is playing, they seem invincible at this moment. Like they are doing everything correct. Like nothing is going wrong from their side.
Game
Looks
for
like there has been some technical difficulties from Morning Glory, and Kirin Suzu seems to have paused the game. Maybe that's the reason Dynasty was able to push this payload so super fast, or I don't know, like whether it's a tactical pause.
And if I hope things are getting better for them, but however, looks like Dynasty are way ahead, and Morning Glories are getting very little space to push. Either you talk about the sideways, or you talk about the objective, or you talk about defending the payload. Either way, in all the side, they are getting pushed from Morning Glory. I mean, from Dynasty, and impressive performance from Fishway with his Kenesa.
and let's not forget the fact that Ying hasn't died at all. She is on 0 deaths.
Absolutely. And we can see some of the records are getting picked by both of the team. And Barrick, of course, not to mention the 45. And it's pretty much annoying sometimes. Sometimes you feel like, oh, it's just Barrick Shield. Okay, nothing is wrong with that. But having Barrick Shield in a
Even he
proper
got a
position,
recur.
yeah, having Barrick Shield in a proper position would be game changing, for the team.
Yeah. Looks like we are back, and maybe the technical difficulties are gone for Morning Glory. Um, but one of the things that they are maybe not doing it correctly is not providing a lot of space to the Lex. They have to do something so that Lex kind of receives a lot of help from his
Capture point
teammates.
spawning in 15 seconds.
I mean, at this point, if Morning Glory would have another flank instead of Lex,
5, 4,
the one, for
3,
example, we have
2,
Bora, we have
1.
EV. If there was players such of those champ, that would be much more
Watch
efficient
your
compared
step.
to Lex, I would say.
They are directly hitting the point, so they are trying to use the comeback mechanics and grab as much of points as early as possible. Wow, amazing! Like two people from the dynasty has been taken out. That was way too early.
We're seeing some good comebacks from mechanics from Morning Glory. Yes,
We got 2 of
But
us.
like
very
always,
good
Morning
job
Glory
from
is
them.
ignoring the point as well.
They have the comeback mechanics now. I think they should be able to capture this point. If not now, then never. Like they have to do it this time.
And looks like one of them had managed to give that last touch. But however, another pick by Lex.
Defend.
And that would be very crucial for the point capture. Yeah, and there it goes. 2
And
1.
and finally looks like Morning Glory was able to capture point.
Big jump.
Look like a suicide dive from Lex. I think maybe what they can try is they can try taking things a bit slow and not dive too fast. because Dynasty is super organized. They are
Enemy
using
killing
good
spree.
comms.
Indeed, indeed, Vigor. At this point, Morning Glory, what they should be doing is pushing sideways and utilizing that big shield from the Atlas, making spaces. You know, that would be much more quality gameplay for Morning Glory, I would say.
What do you think? Like, if Morning Glory is able to push this up, they're gonna lose the comeback mechanics. But if there is comeback mechanics, then it will be easier for Morning Glory to capture the next point.
Scanning the shores.
At this point, if Morning Glory is able to push the payload and make it 2-2, the game would be very much competitive and it would be nerve-wracking, I would say. You know, both of the team trying their best, making it 2-2, and very competitive, I would say. It would be amazing to see that extreme competition at that point. In case if Morning Glory is able to push at this time.
The Morning Glory has to use their ultimates wisely and keep using ultimates turn by turn with good comms. I think that's the only thing that can help them with the matchups and small fights.
I think the Atlas was trying to
15
provide some
seconds remaining.
space, but it had cost him the entire
10,
outs.
9,
And we have
8,
seen some good 1v1
enemy
between Koba and
rampage.
Lex.
5,
Skillful
4,
players.
3, enemy killing spree. 1, enemy killing spree.
Successful defense for Dynasty, and at this point where it goes, one-sided, I would say all the time. When the game is always in 3-1, the peer pressure in the player is extreme, and the team with the 3 points are like having that upper
Clock
hand and
spawning in
that
15 seconds.
positive energy, making them much more efficient in the way they think compared to the one with the lesser points, I would say at this
5,
point.
4,
But it depends
3,
on the
2,
strategy of the team,
1.
as Morning Glory have shown in the previous round. I hope they will maintain some other strategies to push the
Watch
Kanesa
your
and
step.
take the point in their favor.
I mean, they always have been great when it came to peer pressure gameplay. They have a full history on it.
Yes. Looks like Lex is having some difficult time in locating Kanesa.
But he's doing his
And
best. We can all say that.
I mean, he took some time for locating Kanesa while his team was getting destroyed, I would say. And there goes.
That was a good.
As always, Khan is being that bridge between the Kanesa and the Lex, not letting him push at all.
And Nessa is just destroying the rest of the team. And like I say, she goes down by Atlas.
Rampage. Enemy rampage.
Looks like some desperate touch from
Enemy
Barrick.
killing
Will he
spree.
able to make it? Oh no! And there goes Morning Glory, losing another round to Dynasty. And congratulations, Dynasty, for making it up to the 2-0 against Morning Glory.
But
And we
still,
will be
Morning Glory
shortly
is still
back.
on top.
Yeah. You want to say anything, Salkoro? Please go ahead.
I still believe the Morning Glory has a chance. They still have one match. Let's see what happens.
Of course, of course.
We
Hope for the
believe.
best for both the team, and we will be back once again when both the teams are ready with the topic. Stay tuned and stay safe.
And welcome back with the third match between Morning Glory versus Dynasty on Serpent Beach. And finally, it can be a final match also. You never know if Dynasty wins this time. Or else, who never know? Morning Glory is great with comebacks. This might be the match they come back. What do you think, TNT?
Of course, absolutely. There is always room for coming back in the game and doing your best and turning the tides around. And we are talking about Serpent Beach, and we have seen Fish with dominating with Kenessa in Shadow Desert, and Serpent Beach, another good match map for Kenessa, and having a Vatu ban from Morning Glory, giving that another upper hand for Dynasty, I would say, yeah. I would be hoping that Dynasty goes again with Kenessa, having that Vatu ban from the Morning Glory, making it much more easier. What would you say, Abikar?
Ruckus.
I'm still rooting for a comeback from Morning Glory because of what we saw last time. I'm just hoping that Morning Glory is able to execute something similar so that we get to see more matchups. Because these two teams are so good. I don't want this match to end ever. It's like we can see them play against each other all day long. They're just so good, so skilled. They're just super good. Yeah, but in terms of champion drafting, Kanessa is surely gonna get picked or she's gonna get banned. Like you have to pick Ganesh on this map.
I mean, at
Super
this point,
utility.
Abigor, if you see that they have already taken Ruckus, and having Ruckus in Serpent Beach or any other higher ground, having Ruckus in your team, and if Dynasty decides to pick Kenessa, that would be, I would say that that would not be a
Corvus.
wise decision, because
Kinessa.
Ruckus can literally jump on Kenessa and destroy it. But however, looks like Morning Glory have decided to pick Kenessa in their favor. Interesting.
Interesting. And this time it looks like Dynasty has given a little bit of, leniency in leaving Corvus open. And is that fish weeb on Andro?
Oh my god, you know what it is when Fishweeb is playing Androxus. But will he be playing Androxus? That's the main question.
Ooh, this is going to be a spicy match for sure.
Of course.
Yeah, I think it has to be Fishwave on Rakshas. Like who else is gonna play? Like who else can play it better than Fishwave? Like there are
I
only
mean,
few
yeah,
people in C
not to
who are that
forget.
skilled.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Not to forget, Kitten Supremacy is also there. It's a very good Androxus player. Uh, there was this Androxus 1v1 between Kitten Supremacy and Fishwave in one of the tournament 1v1 Androxus. They both had an amazing 1v1, and both of them were really impressive with their Androxus skill.
But who
So
won
I
though?
would I would love to see who is playing Androxus. Is it Kitten Supremacy or is it Fishwave?
Who won the match though?
That was Fishwave. Yeah, he won the
Ah,
match.
we're going to see some amazing Andro play this time as well. A
Yeah.
Mave banned by Morning Glory. Wow, they are making sure that only Androxus is the only issue they have to handle, and they're getting rid of Mave over there.
I think Morning Glory has been unidirectional since the time Ace bit them. From that time, like every map they have been playing, they're just banning Batu. So that makes them very like it's like okay, enemy knows they're gonna ban Batu, so that takes away one of their utility bans.
Vatu and Talus ban. These two have been constant from first match they have fought.
And looks like Dynasty have decided to go with double flank, having that Kenessa in Morning Glory, so they do not want to take any sort of risk for having Kenessa free in the backline. They want to make sure that the Kenessa is having backline pressure from
30
both of
seconds with
EV
Leon.
and Roxas, and not
Koga.
to mention in Serpent Beach, both EV and Androxus can be completely devastating with that higher mobility and then abilities, completely pushing Kenessa one side if she is not careful enough.
And let's not ignore the fact we have a solo tank rucker with Leon and Koga on Morning Glory's side. Wow, this time Morning Glory looks like it's going full on offensive. They just want to go and get the job done and come back.
Indeed, indeed. If you look at the damage composition, literally, Kinesa can one-shot the EV, and if EV is not careful enough, there would be a devastating end for her. And Morning Glory is actually planning to
Atlas.
get that upper hand in the damage pick, having both of Leon and Kinesa in the same time. It would be
Yeah,
very challenging.
I agree, TNT. And Leon has also been picked up to counter and Roxas for sure. Like that might have been the thought process from Morning Glory. In terms of drafting, I don't know, like the way Morning Glory has drafted this map, it looks a bit weird because solo tank ruckus is something that we don't get to see a lot. But yeah, I have seen amazing plays with solo tank ruckus where they had type compositions, teams were able to actually execute plans very well. But provided that it's against Dynasty, Dynasty knows how to counter this kind of things. So whatever Morning Glory has planned up, it's gonna come hard for them. It's gonna be super hard for them. But let's see how Morning Glory is gonna play this against Dynasty, and let's see if we get to see that particular comeback from Morning Glory. Stay tuned, please. Yeah. Welcome back to the third match between Dynasty and Morning Glory. And if Dynasty is able to get the win, they are gonna be crowned as the winners for Vola Sealy Tier 1. And Morning Glory, if they win, then we are gonna see few more maps. Yeah, they have to win it consecutively, one after the other, like the way they did in the previous matchup against Gift Rich to Miku. But what I feel is Morning Glory is trying things differently. They might be able to get that comeback. What do you feel, Salkoro?
I mean, as you said earlier, Morning Glory has been great when it came to comeback mechanics, and this time it does look like they are coming up with a very offensive type of gameplay. But you never know. This time, actually, Dynasty is a very strong team, very strong opponent. You actually never know what might be the outcome of this match. And
Interesting
Fish
to
Bees on
see
Yeah,
EV.
Fish Wave on EV. Yeah, I was also gonna call out the same. Looks like we all are just excited to
yeah.
see Fish Waves
Wait
and
for it.
Rakshas.
Yeah. But not to mention, his EV is also insane. He's a very good EV player as well. And also, the levers, Jeppies, and Roxas is pretty good.
Are we establishing a fact that Fishbeeb is a great player?
Of
Good
course,
EV, good Andrew.
he is just good at everything. Anything he plays is just good at it. and he is proving it again and again, and he proved it again and again in the present, past, and of course in the future, as long as Paladins are, I mean, still alive to play.
Oh wow.
Very good player. I envy him all the time.
How long have you been playing TNT Paladins?
From the beginning, you can say I have started playing Paladins from 2016, I guess.
Wow,
So far.
you are a veteran. You deserve a veteran discount on crystals.
What do you think about this EV? Like, I know,
Uh,
like, champions like Vatu, EV has always been a problem for Morning Glory.
I mean, this is the reason they have decided to go with Leon. They want to make sure that the EV and Androxys both together, not causing that chaos at the back line. Yeah, making sure that Kenesa can do the thing while Leon can a bit defend for Kenesa. A good choice for Morning
Scanning
Glory at this
sensors.
point. And Roxas and Eevee will have hard time. I'm sure about it and guaranteed that both of them will have some hard time in this match.
I think all eyes are gonna be on the Androxus and EV, especially on Fishwip's EV. I know he's a great EV. Like, of course, he's a great Androxus, but I have also seen him play EV before. I know how great he is on that EV.
And also having that burst damage from Morning Glory and Genos for Dynasty as a solo healer. Uh, both of the flank must make sure that they don't get destroyed. And one shot, the next shot you will be dead. They have to be very, very careful at this point. I think there is some technical difficulties from Dynasty game is sponsored by Acidusk, and hope things
Looks
get
like
well for
Fish
them.
Weeb hasn't connected yet.
Okay, he's back.
Oh, he's back with wormhole.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Which one are you?
And here
Dasher or
we
Dancer?
go.
I think the way Dynasty's tactics is going to be like, okay, EV is gonna poke someone, then Androxus comes and pokes the same guy and falls back, like turn by turn between EV and Androxus.
Of course, it's all about chip damage. You have to chip in some little damage from here, from there, and then waiting for that chance to get the pick. That's what Androxys players are doing. And yeah, Androxys player make sure that they take the chance to eliminate the one of the champion that is low.
It's been quite a while and not a single kill. Both the teams are playing very, strategically safe.
I told you, Morning Glory having these two Kenesa and Leon at the same time, and having Androxys and Eevee with 1900 HP. It's absolutely one shot, if you say, from Kenesa. So that's making very passive play from Eevee. Making sure that you just go in and come back, go in and come back, instead of focusing in one player.
And finally, a first kill on Ruckus.
They got two
Ooh,
of us.
Navy is just too good when it comes to shooting people.
Just a triple.
Some desperate touch from
And
Eevee, but doesn't look
so
like
is
it's gonna
Leon.
help.
There was a triple from Leon just after the ultimate she used. She got another kill. That was great gameplay from Leon. I think Morning Glory is doing great. Just the problem is that they have a solo tank Ruckus, so they had to wait to get some kills so that they can capture. But apart from that, they did great to hold that line. If you notice, they were holding that upper ground all the while and not giving Dynasty room to hold that upper ground.
Of course.
Ooh, Nessa coming up with the ult. It's gonna be hard for anyone to touch the point at this point. Haha.
Good use of ultimates from both the team. Getting picks by the Genos on the Corvus was very good.
Defend.
But however, as I have told
Enemy
you
killing
before,
spree.
Morning Glory with their upper hand on the damage and the payload, making them able to come back in this match. A very good performance from them, I would say.
I like how the teams are well paired. Ruckus and Koga, Lian and Nessa. They both are just well paired to each other to save each other off. And Cobb is just jumping from one place to another to heal their teammates. Both are playing. Both the teams are looking very safe.
Yeah, this is a very passive game, very slow and very passive.
After all, this is a deciding game.
And I'm sure Morning Glory Salkoro don't want to take that chance.
To lose a kill on. Yeah, yeah. They're they're slowly covering up the high ground. Slowly, person by person. Ruckus coming up with a big ult on the back line. Will Genos go down? Yes, he does. And so does Nessa.
Good defense, Salkoro from
Eagle Eye back online.
Dynasty at this point. And also, this is a very crucial point. You have to maintain the position. You have to maintain the payload distance. Making sure that you don't give them the upper hand in pushing the payload and giving them time to gather together and push it.
Indeed, indeed. I mean, I must say that Morning Glory did a great trial over there, taking over the high ground and going in the back line. That was actually a good play by them. Good try by them. Ooh, EV escaping on 100 HP.
15 seconds remaining.
Very slow match from both the
9,
team,
8,
especially from
6,
Dynasty.
killing spree. 4,
Having that
3,
Kenensa,
1.
the moment you pick, you get a shot. The next shot, the Morning Glory gets a chance. It's a pick. So yeah, they're making sure that they don't give the chance to to Morning Glory to get a pick on them. Very good decision, very good defense from Dynasty. Even though they're struggling, I would say they're maintaining their position very well, and they're being successful in it. But hopefully, let's see how they are going to manage the point or capture the point at this time in second round.
I
They
mean,
have all taken resilience. Go ahead, Salkoro, you were saying
no,
something.
no, no. You were saying about the result. Please go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. I think the resilience is because of Genos and Atlas, not to mention Atlas. And
5, 4,
one of the good thing
3,
that happened last
2,
time was
1.
Morning Glory was able to capture, so now they have gained some confidence, gained some momentum. But Dynasty is super good. Like they are super good in terms of regrouping themselves. They just knew how to adjust their strategy and do a successful defense.
That was a good corner on Ruckus over there, making sure he goes down. That's a good ult on Nessa as well. Khan is just looks like Dynasty is just not taking any chances and coming up with ults and ults to get rid of Morning Glory at the same time.
Indeed, indeed. At this point, Morning Glory needs to make sure that they group up and get one pick, at least one pick, to be in the safe side.
Looks like Khan might go down. Ooh, that was a good. Oh, never mind. That's another ult coming up. Ooh, it's an ult fest over here. And looks like Morning Glory comes up with the upper hand.
Needs repairs.
Wow. Two times Morning Glory has been able to actually team wipe Dynasty. That's super rare in this tournament. Like uh, now, I feel that Morning Glory is having the complete shift of momentum towards them. They
I
have got
feel
that confidence now. It's all mind games. Now Dynasty is gonna feel some pressure.
this might actually be the Morning Glory comeback that we are expecting.
Hopefully, I hope that because I really don't want to see the game end like this. I at least want to see one more game between them. It would be much.
Yeah,
Uh,
a good fight is good treat for us.
Nice flick shot from Androxus there, and that's a
Nice
confirmed
grip by
pick.
nice grip by Genos as well.
Indeed.
Defend.
Looks like Dynasty with their first point capture, and the score is 1 for Morning Glory and 2 for Dynasty.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of successful defense from Morning Glory, so they have to do things differently this time. They have to regroup themselves, have better comms, and do things a bit differently so that they can get that successful defense. Because if they can't, then again,
Killing
problem.
Ooh,
spree.
Oh my god.
one
Every
wrong
time,
step by Ruckus.
yeah, every time Eevee is using her ultimate on that Ruckus, and once Ruckus is taken out, it's so easy for Dynasty to actually pick on the other champions one after the other.
Of course, this is a very good strategy from Dynasty Abigor. If you see, Ruckus having that extreme mobility with his dashes, uh, Eevee is making sure that she is utilizing the outs, making
Enemy killing
Ruckus
spree.
one-sided, cornering him, and then picking the kill, picking that precious kill from Ruckus, and leaving the entire team blank, and then getting that pick again and again. That's pretty impressive from Dynasty, I would say.
This looks like a confirmed push by Dynasty. Yes, indeed.
Skillful gameplay and that internal communication between them, fantastic, I would say.
Morning Glory has to support more, like provide more support to the Ruckus. The Ruckus is getting cornered each and every time by the ultimates from Dynasty
Capture
or
point
Xenos
spawning in
White
15
Grip.
seconds.
So we need something more like from Morning Glory. Morning Glory has to provide more support to the Ruckus and not let Ruckus die so easily.
5, 4,
Or at least if Ruckus
3,
is dying, like
2,
they needs to make sure
1.
that it's a trade-off.
Yeah,
Indeed,
exactly.
indeed. We have seen Ruckus pushing at the last point fight alone, getting cornered and then getting outed by Eevee. He should make sure that the same mistake does not happen again, or else that's it for them.
The problem for Morning Glory is that once that Ruckus is down, no one is there to capture the point, and as well as if they have to defend, it's super difficult to defend with the Ruckus until and unless you are getting picks because Ruckus can't actually hold the point.
Leon coming up with an amazing ult on Andro. Great picks. Looks like Morning Glory this time will capture the point no matter what.
They're showing some good performance at this point to come back in the situation. You know, the
Oh
point is
my.
already 80% plus, 97%.
Oh, just a little more.
Overtime!
Ooh,
Enemy
ooh,
killing
Nessa coming up
spree.
with a try and run.
From your defense.
And as well as Koga's ult. Looks like Dynasty is back.
Very close call, and there goes Rockers once again. It's already 78%.
This is a do or die situation. Anyone touching the point is. Any little touch also is crucial at this point.
A very
Or.
dangerous situation, Salkoro at this point, looking like for that. And there goes for one for Dynasty. And congratulations, Dynasty, for making up at this point and becoming the winner of this league. I will pass it to
Tier 1.
Abigor. Please proceed us with
Yeah,
other.
yeah. I agree. Like Dynasty has been super amazing. Now that they have won, they are the winners of Paladins C Vola League. The first time Paladins C Vola League Tier 1. And they can actually brag about themselves. They can say, hey, we are the champions, we are the best. They are indeed the best of all the teams that have participated. And they have shown consistent performances, they have shown great gameplays, they have also shown great leadership, great comms, great tactics. Like everything was so perfect from them that there was no holding back. Uh, literally teams found it hard to actually win a single map out of Dynasty. I didn't see Dynasty losing even one map in this whole championship. So yeah, it's a deserved win from Dynasty. It's great to see them winning. It's great that they have participated, and congratulations to all the teams who have participated. It's not always about winning. It's also about like enjoying the game because in the end, it's just a game, and we are just trying to provide you with some entertainment, with some more matchups, with something like Paladins is like C community. It's getting lesser day by day, and we are trying to revive that. And yeah, here we are with some amazing gameplays. Salkoro, you want to say something?
I must say this fact, like Morning Glory, they have treated us with beautiful gameplays. Not just Morning Glory, every single team has treated us with beautiful gameplays. Thank you for joining this league. It was amazing. Thank you for the viewers to staying with us and looking at these matches, enjoying with us and everything. Thank you for the big thanks to Katen as well, my man over here handling this whole stream setups, technical man. Thank you so much.
And not to mention about Nay,
Oh
she
yes.
she was always there also in previous matches, handling
NayJade.
the things a lot. Yeah, and also the teams respecting each other. That good communication between the teams, and arranging the arrangement of the matches and showing up on time. All this cooperation between all of us and all of the teams. Absolutely fantastic. I'm literally impressed and I loved it. And also, one more question to you, Abhigor. Are we looking for any other events such as this one coming ahead of us in few next month, next in
Coming up days.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, in the upcoming days, we have tier two planned up. So tier two is gonna kick off uh, next Monday, I believe. And interesting thing in tier two is that teams are gonna have only one GM. So only one GM is allowed per team. That makes all the teams super balanced because now they can have diamond players, platinum players, and all those players. Like in tier one, you would have hardly seen plat players, gold players, diamond players, but they would also want to play the tournament. So we need to give something to them. And the fact that we have tier two right now, it's gonna give them some chance. Like they can showcase their skills. Of course, we are gonna live stream those matches as well. And each team can only have at most one GM. So it's like experienced player, good player, combined with some plat as well as diamond. So yeah, it's gonna be like super good, I should say, and something interesting that we have never seen before. Yeah, please actually register yourself for tier two. We need more teams. Of course, we have around 10 more in tier two, but if we can get even more than that, that will be super helpful. And apart from that, if you are participating, like your matches are going to get live streamed, so you can actually showcase your skills. You're going to brag about your winnings. You can show it to your friends, and yeah, whatnot. Yeah. Apart from that, registrations are going to be closed by this Monday for tier two. So please hurry up. And yeah, TNT, you can take it from.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone. I think we will be leaving it here so far, and I hope we have given every viewers and every players who were with us for all this time some good contents, good entertainment, and sportsmanship. And we will be seeing you once again for tier two gameplays. And till then, stay safe and enjoy the game. And yeah, take care. Bigor, and thank you, Salkoro. Wish to
Thank
see
you
you
so
guys
much,
once again.
TNT. Bye
Thanks a lot.
bye.
Bye.